Hello, everybody. Welcome to me. It's Tarot and Astrology. I am back after a while. Sometimes when you're just not in the mental headspace that you want to be, you just can't just throw out videos. But I am back, and I decided just to be on camera this one time because I haven't been on camera in a minute, even though I look crazy. But yeah, it's just been that conversation for another day. But anyway, I'm gonna do a video on Mercury retrograde for each element, so air, fire, water, and earth, and what could be happening with air signs, fire signs, water signs, earth signs around the time Mercury retrograde. I took some notes because it is a lot to remember. So, what Mercury retrograde is when Mercury passes the Earth and is closer to the Sun. I always kind of get it mixed up, so I had to write it down. That's why you see me looking at my paper. So it technically appears that it's backwards, but it's technically not backwards. It's just classified as retrograde because it's going in an alternate direction, if that makes sense. What else did I want to say? But that's basically why it's called Mercury retrograde. For those who didn't know, it is between Cancer and Leo. It is going 4 degrees Leo and then back to 20 degrees Cancer, and it's from July 7th to July 31st. So for those who don't know, that Mercury is the planet of communication. So a lot of things could go wrong. Also, it rules short distance travel. So it could be things that pop up that's wrong with your car. It's going to affect, of course, Cancer and Leos, or if you have planets there. If you know about like your astrology chart and stuff. But, just mostly Cancer and Leos. A couple of other signs too, but mostly Cancer and Leos. A lot of times when Mercury retrograde happens, you could feel distracted. Things could go wrong as far as like text messages could be misconstrued. So it's one of those times where you recheck everything. You don't want to come up with or do anything new in Mercury retrograde. So you don't want to plan anything new in Mercury retrograde, but sometimes, we have to. So it's just like, make sure, you really read through documents. It's not good to sign contracts on Mercury retrograde either. So just make sure you are thoroughly checking through everything during Mercury retrograde, because anything could be misconstrued. I mean, you might hear my dog snoring, but but yeah. So I'm gonna do a tarot reading on Mercury retrograde and what each element can expect. I'm not gonna do every sign. I'm just gonna do the element because lately my Wi-Fi's been down and loading videos, long videos, has been hell. So yeah, so I'm just gonna keep it down to the elements, and stay tuned for your Mercury retrograde tarot reading. Okay, hello everybody. I'm back with your Mercury retrograde tarot reading. I will be pulling cards for each element. Starting with, I'm going to do air, fire, water, and earth. So I'm going to start with air just to see what will be one of the biggest issues during the retrograde and how you should handle it. It's going to be the second card. So let's see. Let's get started. Okay, so air signs would be Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. I'm going to pick one card for what is going to be like your biggest challenge on Mercury retrograde. And then, like I said, the second card will be how you will handle it. Okay, so here we go. Just wanted to shuffle so on camera. Sometimes I don't, sometimes I do. Okay, so all right, so this is for the air signs. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so one of your challenges for Mercury retrograde air signs is going to be the Ace of Swords. So things are going to be, of course, it's a fly in here. I'm sorry. So of course the Ace of Swords in reverse is like not having clarity, not getting the truth You could feel like deceived around Mercury retrograde. You could feel like you don't have all the information. So especially for my air signs, especially I'm sorry, for my air signs, it's not good to really sign anything or take any type of communication personal, because it may get clear after the 31st and you'll be like, oh my God, why did I trip over that? I shouldn't have even went there, you know? So definitely don't jump to conclusions. So one of your main challenges would be you're going to be unclear on a lot of things with the aces, because this is like the truth. This is like a breakthrough, a victory, but it's challenging, you know, but it's still a victory, and it's the beginning of a great opportunity. So with it in reverse, it's like you feel like something's going to be delayed, or you're not getting the information you need. So this will be one of your main challenges. You may run into a lot of miscommunication. I'm hearing headaches, so I don't know why I heard headaches. So oh, my dog is snoring. So you may get headaches a lot. You may be overthinking. So be careful not to overthink. A lot of you may get headaches or migraines during Mercury retrograde, but be careful, because it could come from stress. It could come from overthinking or trying to figure things out. So this will be one of your challenges. So Mercury retrograde, this is for Aquarius, Libras, and Geminis, especially Geminis, because you're ruled by Mercury. So, you know, if something's unclear to you, or you feel like misunderstood, or there was some communication going on with somebody, or anything at all similar to what I said, just, you know, kind of chill out, meditate, stay out of your logical mind for a minute. Focus on how you feel more than anything during Mercury retrograde, because if you rely on your logical mind, it may drive you crazy. Like I'm hearing like stress, headaches, because things are unclear. Paychecks, direct deposits. It's just so. Just definitely meditate could be one way of doing it. You got to do the opposite of your logical mind to get through Mercury retrograde. If you feel like things are unclear. For my air signs, how you handle it, the Queen of Wands. Oh my God, some of you might spaz out on people. Some of you might be really upset. This is a really upset woman. She is like really upset. So oh wow. Okay. So with the Queen of Wands in reverse, she's a hot-headed bitch. So it's funny that it's telling you to handle it this way. Okay, so listen. This is what I'm gonna say. Okay. I'm gonna take the opposite of this. The best thing to do, because sometimes the Queen of Wands reverse is a hot-headed bitch, and then sometimes the Queen of Wands reverse, because I'm a fire sign too, she represents Aries, Sagittarius, and Leos. So you could pop off if you want to, but you may regret it by July 31st. So what I would say, because most of the time in reverse, she's also pretty quiet, because here she's like direct, and she's, you know, she's ambitious, motivated. You may have to chill out, not try to take as much lead, and just stay quiet. That's what I say. I mean, because some of you may feel like you want to pop off about the situation or whatever. Like some of you, I feel like you're going to feel like you're being lied to or deceived in a way. So in reverse, she is the pop off queen. She is like, don't fuck with me type girl, you know. But I also feel like you can take that route, but like I said, you'll probably regret it, and you could lose somebody important to you or your job or something like that, because you didn't popped off at the mouth. So the best thing to do, because she also, like I said, she also can be quiet and not give as much direction, not able to make a decision. So it's better that you don't make any decisions, you know, because upright, she makes decisions very well and easily. it's better that you don't make any type of decisions, okay? No decisions. Stay quiet, chill, because she's not like a very chill personality. She's very action oriented. So you want to be laid back, you want to be chill, and you want to be practical, more practical, during Mercury retrograde. I'm going to pull an overall card for you. Okay, just to give a little more advice. Here we go. Okay, so we have beauty. Was it not supposed to be in reverse, but we have beauty. So with the rose here, I forgot the name of this deck, but we have beauty. So I know that a lot of the air signs just like things to be like, okay, especially Libras with beauty. I feel like it's gonna be okay. It might take you a long time to see it, but with the beauty card, it may turn out okay. It really may turn out okay. Okay, so just take my advice. I'm gonna clarify the beauty card because I know y'all like to. But like I said, it's going to be okay in the end because that rose popped up. Meditation. Remember I said you need to meditate? Beauty with the rose. I mean, you might want to be, I'm also hearing like being outside in nature, garden, being around beautiful scenery could help. Meditation could also help. I already said that before I even pulled this card because you might feel a little high-headed a little bit, So that's my air signs for the Mercury retrograde. Now I'm going to pull for my water signs, which is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, to see what your challenge is going to be and how could you go about, just working through it. My air signs not going to be feeling it. So here we go. This is for my water signs. And so one of your challenges, water signs, will be the Hierophant. So I don't think you're going to have much of a challenge. It could be with somebody that you're dating or somebody that you live with. I'm hearing common law marriage. So it could be, whether you're thinking of whether you want to get married or not. You could be thinking about an organization that you're with or you're trying to join. You could be reaching out to get advice from somebody that is like a mentor to you. For my water signs, this card, the Hierophant, is about like minds. It's about mentorship. It's about you being with someone but not in the traditional way. So let's say you're with someone for a long time but you're not married yet. So this is like going to be a challenge for you. I don't see it as a bad thing. I don't see that you're going to have, I don't know if you're going to be as affected, as some of the air signs. The air signs could be affected, especially Gemini, but because it's ruled by Mercury, but they're not really because it's in Cancer and Leo. But I digress. I don't know if you're going to be like severely affected by this, because if this is your only challenge, then I don't see it. I don't even feel like it's a bad challenge. I just feel like you're just kind of figuring out some things. So maybe you're going back and like, okay, do I want to marry this person? Do I want to continue living with this person? Are we going to the next step? Do I want to join this organization? Should I reach out? I feel like some people could be thinking of going to church or going back to church. Going to, like I said, mentor or someone that they trust. This is all about like minds. And I actually like the Hierophant card. I really do. So I don't see this as a huge challenge. I just see you just thinking or trying to grow the position that you're already in, water signs, which is good. And with the wands, the Eight of Wands in reverse, this is basically, I'm going to say, the first thing I heard when I picked up this card is don't talk to a lot of people. Don't tell people what you're trying to do. So if it's somebody you're trying to move in with, or if it's somebody that you just got in a relationship with, the organization you just joined, you're thinking about going back to church, this is not a good thing. It's wait till after Mercury retrograde is over to start talking to people about it. This card, Eight of Wands, is about communication. Sometimes I look at it as it's like a lot of sex. That's just my brain, though. It's a little, yeah. Anyway, but it's also things moving rapidly, so it's just like, just slow down. And just like, if you planning to do anything, like any of the things that I mentioned, just take your time. Don't move so fast. It might work in your favor because Mercury retrograde is about like the logical side of your brain, and it also is more of like replanning and going back and redoing and checking, everything. And so this will be the opposite of the Eight of Wands. So it's good that this card came up, because this is basically saying, don't rush out there. Don't tell everybody yet, about the decision you made. Take your time, plan, don't move so fast. Don't communicate with a lot of people. I'm not saying don't communicate with no one, but you see it's a lot of wands here. So don't go crazy in telling everybody your moves. That's really important. So let me pick one card. That was easy. One card for my water signs. But I don't feel like it's going to affect a lot of water signs that bad. I don't at all. So let's see. Okay, we have confidence. So you could be thinking of doing something, and the confidence came up. So you really, whatever it is, you're very passionate about it. You're very confident about whatever this decision that you're going to be making, or that you're thinking about during the time Mercury retrograde. So that's why it's like, slow down. Not saying that it's not going to work, because I feel like it's a good plan, but if you are planning something, just don't put it out there just yet. Don't go telling everybody, just yet, So that's a good reading for you guys. Let's move on to Earth. See what y'all have going on for Mercury retrograde. What your challenges are going to be. Okay. Oh, 2 came out for Earth. So 2 came out for Earth. Okay. So for my Earth signs, which is Taurus, Virgo. Taurus, hold on. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have the Knight of Wands, and the Hierophant came out for you too. So this is definitely moving fast in something. This is yeah, because the Hierophant came out for you too. It's crazy because I was shuffling, and the Hierophant came out for you too. So for my Earth signs, this is about moving fast. So for my Earth signs, okay, y'all like to move slow. Okay, so this is about moving fast into something. I already explained to y'all what the Hierophant was, but this is about moving fast in something that you agree with, that you passionate about. So it could be a person. Like I said, it could be a group of people. It could be a church. It could be some type of organization. But one of your challenges is going to be like, should I go ahead and move that fast? And I can see why, because y'all are very cautious about, is it cautious? I guess it is, about certain things. So that would be a challenge for you, because it could be something that you're really passionate about, that you feel like you got to act on during Mercury retrograde, and you're like, oh, I'm not sure if I should do that. So the Six of Pentacles in reverse, this is about sharing and money and things like that. This is like a little more selfish. This is about money not coming to you that fast. Loans not coming to you that fast. People not sharing with you as much. So how you should handle it, you might need to be a little selfish in Mercury retrograde. I mean, I feel like you know that you want to make the right decision, but you're a little cautious about it. Maybe you need to keep some things to yourself. Maybe you don't need to. I don't know if this particular thing costs money that you want to do, but you don't need to be. You don't need to hand out money or spend extra money. Um, you, like I said, you may need to be not really keep it to yourself kind of thing, like the water signs. But it's more like, you know how like some people just can't go with you. Like people might be like, oh, I want to do it, I want to try, I want to do it, and you gonna have to be like, nah. You know what I'm saying? So whatever this thing is for my earth signs that you want to do, could be a new job, could be a trip, could be anything, you know, something that you are passionate about, and you may be traveling with one or more people, but I don't see you taking too many people with you. It could be people that's like, oh, I want to do that too, and I want to, and you're like, and if it is like a trip, don't take a whole bunch of people, because I can already see now they're going to be like, oh, I have the money, or because it's summertime. So I'm going to just put this out there for my earth signs. So Mercury retrograde, if you're planning a trip, and you like, yeah, we about to go, it's going to be fun, and you already, you know, got a couple people you going with, you know, or you got somebody that you paying for, and other people say they coming, by the time the trip comes, they're going to flake, okay? So that's why the Six of Pentacles is in reverse. Don't pay for nobody. Focus on yourself, and I guess if you have another person like a spouse, then that's fine. But you know, because I feel like you're gonna lose out on money or something, because they could say like, oh, we're gonna go, can you buy the ticket and we pay you later. These are scenarios I'm hearing in my head, and they're not, because, you know, earth signs are pretty good with their money, you know, they, you know, pretty, for the most part. I'm just saying alone, like as far as your sign alone. So yeah, so I don't see it being really like affecting you too bad. I just feel like you might have to be, you know, especially some Virgos who like to help people, you might end up kind of mad at the end, you know. Yeah, so because Virgos, you know, y'all are the sign of service, y'all like to help people, and you expect the same thing in return, but sometimes it's just not the same thing in return. So but the best way to handle it is kind of like if you just want to go on a trip by yourself, or you want to do something by yourself and you don't have a significant other, but people saying, oh, I want to go, oh, I want to do this, go by yourself. Do it by yourself. Do it by yourself. So if you do have to plan something right now, plan it by yourself or with one other person that you severely trust. But I wouldn't make any moves with a whole bunch of friends or anything until Mercury retrograde is over. If somebody promising you they're going to pay you back for something, or, you know, anything of the sort, like, I'm going to sign the contract, I'll sign something. No, just because they signed it, don't believe it. Because this is how you're supposed to handle it, and you're not supposed to be doing no handouts on Mercury retrograde. So let me pick a card from my earth sign. Okay, so let's see what y'all have. You guys have letting go. Remember I told you everybody can't come. Everybody can't come. You see them little butterflies that she letting go? These cards are so pretty. Yeah, I just told y'all that. Everybody can't come. Everybody's not going to be able to do it, you know? So if it's something that you're passionate about, that you're thinking of doing, and you're like, should I bring so-and-so? Should I, you know, give so-and-so some money? Should I help them out? It's not the time. It's not the time, earth signs. And I think it came out for y'all the most because, you know, people can come after y'all the most for like money and security and things like that, because that's just what y'all are grounded people. But it says let go. This Mercury retrograde for you is to kind of learn how to just let some people go, or some things go. Okay, maybe after Mercury retrograde is over, they might have a little coins for you, but I don't. For Mercury retrograde, just go on your own. You know, people may be like, "Oh, that's messed up," but you selfish or you mean, but it's just gonna have to be what it is. Moving on to fire signs. Ooh. Moving on to fire signs. Let's look at what you have to do. Here we go. Fire signs. What are you going to be dealing with in Mercury retrograde? This is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. This is also my sign because I'm an Aries. So let's see what I'm dealing with. Okay. Oh, 2 came for Aries. And here we go. So, challenge, the Death card, and the 8 of Pentacles. Some people are going to be starting Aries. I will clarify the Death card. Hopefully nobody dies. Yeah, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But this card is more about transformation, trying to bring some type of new energy in your life. It's funny because I was just talking to my sister about this. And the 8 of Pentacles is working extremely hard. So I don't feel like it's a death in the family with the 8 of Pentacles next to it. Thank God. But I do feel like this is about like kind of burying something and bringing life to something new. And with the 8 of Pentacles here, this is just you continuing to work hard to so this new thing that you're bringing out or birthing can continue to work. So a lot of fire signs is going to be killing shit. Like, this is over forever and this is new. And I'm going to continue to work on this new thing. Continue to work on this new thing until like I'm fully rewarded, because this is about working towards your rewards, you know. Next is a 9 of Pentacles, when you're like extremely comfortable. So getting rid of the old of whatever it is during Mercury retrograde, or figuring out, I mean, you're not supposed to make any impulsive decisions. I mean, we are fire signs. Hello. But I'm just saying that you're going to kind of go over everything. It's best to go over everything and then make your decision. Or if it was a decision that you were trying to make before and you finally be like, oh, okay, I'm done, then that's fine too, because the decision was already in the making. But you just don't want to come up with new decisions on Mercury retrograde. But if you have to, you have to. Because what I'm seeing with because you know it's going to affect Leo the most out of all the fire signs, because it's involved in the retrograde. So there is going to be could be a time where you just have to put an end to something completely. And I feel like you're going to put an end to it. You see how this guy then turned his back? Okay, that's done. All right, let me continue to work on this situation. Let me continue to work on. So that's why I feel like it probably was already in the works for some fire signs, because the 8 of Pentacles has been working for a while. You know, they just start working. This is not the 3 of Pentacles, okay, or the 4 or the 5 or the 6. This is the 8. So it's close to that point where it's almost like I have to just get rid of this one last thing and then I'll be comfortable, you know. The 10 of Pentacles is like bliss, financial bliss, family bliss, all that. But the 9 is where you're comfortable. So it's like I feel like a lot of the fire signs is like, if I could just let this go, I would be a little more comfortable. Then you would be almost at the 10 of Pentacles. So maybe the reason why the Death card is here is because you've already been working on getting rid of something. Okay? And with the Pentacles, that represents grounded energy that takes time, energy that is more long term. You know, it turns out more long term. So I feel like for Aries of Leo Sagittarius to have a Earth card, it's like, oh wow, like y'all, I mean, we really must have been focused and trying to work on some things, you know. So that's going to be your challenge. This is a challenge, but I feel like it's more of a transformation for fire signs. Not really a challenge. I feel like it's more of a transformation because fire signs can handle challenges. Like, we're built to handle challenges. We handle them different ways, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leos, but we are built to handle it. Like, we're fire signs. We can handle it. So this is more of transformation. For me, I feel like it is. I mean, it comes up in the challenge position, but even with some of the other readings, I didn't feel like anything was much of a challenge. It's besides, I think the first one with the Ace of Swords in reverse with my air signs, that might be a little challenging because you like, I don't know who fucking lied or who, you know, telling me this, telling me that. I'm misunderstood. The text message is not coming out right. So that could be a little challenging. But I feel like for this is more of a transformation. And it's 2 8s. We got 2 8s. The Death card, this is 8. And then we got another 8. So something definitely going to change for fire signs. And it's almost like we are physically making them change. You know, it's not like, you know, the universe is doing it for us. We are doing it. Okay, so how do we handle this? 8 of Cups, walk the hell away. You see what I'm saying? Walk away. It's like, okay, we're done here. You see, these cards are neatly stacked. This back, that back is turned. It's gonna be people like, okay, you see them, this person in front of it, and she about to get trampled over, or he about to get trampled over, because it's like, it got to go. It has to go. And it's like, walk away. Just, you good, walk away, you know. So that's how you handle it. You grow. This card is about growth, okay? It's like, I didn't hate it, you know, but I wasn't growing here. So that's what that's about. Let's pick a card. That was deep, right? Okay. Here we go. All right. Fire signs. Oh, card fell out. Cycles. So this is all about just moving, and you see all the moons and stuff. You know, we just had an eclipse and everything. So this just fell out, and I'm going to clarify this card. But this is just really about changing cycles. You know how the moon change phases? Because I heard the word phases too. This is just about going to another phase in your life. That's all it's about. It's like, and your intuition is very strong with this card too. The Cup card and the Cycle card. It's like, you know that it's time. It's like, I know, like, I feel that it is time. And with the 37, 3 and 7 makes 10. So that's a completion. So let's clarify cycles. Cycles just came out. So here we go. Let's clarify cycles. And we have, oh, look at her. The High Priestess of Air. So this is somebody who, the High Priestess part is because she keeps things to herself. Communication, she keeps to herself. Everything that has to do involved with air is so funny because it's Mercury retrograde. She keeps to herself. So just hold back, be reserved, and make your moves. Okay? You know, it's very quiet, calm, intuitive energy. You see how it's all calm and cool. All you see is the moon, and they're walking away. They're not doing all this rah-rah or, you know, anything crazy. It's just like, let me just get my little stick, like they have, and let me go, you know. And the green represents growth, you know. So that's my reading for the retrograde season for Cancer, July 2019. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you soon. It feels good to be back, so stay tuned for another video very soon, okay? All right, bye.